y'all, here in a minute, I'm going to show you in the video how to make this absolutely adorable little Santa gnome ornament. But before I do that, please, I'm asking you to vote for me in the Greatest Baker Challenge. If you will look in the description box, and I'll also pin a comment, and I'll scatter the link throughout the comments. If you click on the link where I ask you to please vote for me, it will take you to the Greatest Baker Challenge page. If you scroll below my photo, there'll be a gray box that says vote for free. You can click on that and vote once every 24 hours. Now, as of the time that I'm filming this video, this is on Thanksgiving Day of 2020 that I'm filming this, the voting for the quarterfinals is getting ready to end. So if you happen to click on the link and it doesn't let you vote, that means that they're tallying up the votes to see who advances to the next round. And I would really like to make it to the semifinals. Heck, I'd like to win. But please just keep a check on the link if it doesn't allow you to vote right now. But anyway, please check the description box, check the comments, and let's get on into the video. Alrighty, y'all, let us get started. So first off, what you're going to need, a piece of cardboard. Any kind of cardboard. Y'all know I live on Amazon pretty much, and I have so many Amazon boxes, and so I just use that and cut it into a triangle. What size? It doesn't really matter. I don't know how large your Christmas tree is, so, you know, you just measure and cut it out according to whatever size would look good on your tree. You're also going to need some fabric. This fabric came from Walmart. You're going to need some trim. I got this trim from Joann's. I also got a package of pom-poms from Joann's. I actually got several different packages because I want to make several different sizes. You're going to need a wooden bead to use for the nose and some yarn. I got this yarn at Joann's as well. This is the Red Heart Super Saver in the color Soapstone. Why did I pick this out? Because I like the different variances in gray. If you can see that, it's not all one color. It looks like a handful of colors, you know, all kind of modeled together. And I really liked that. So what you're going to do, you're going to rip up your fabric. That's what you're going to do. Oh, you want to open up your fabric. All right, open it up. Open it up. I'm getting there. Hold on. Open it up. Okay, and then you're going to cut a piece a little bit bigger than your cardboard triangle. So I'm going to get all this stuff out of the way. That looks good. You know what? I'm just going to make a little notch right there and a notch right here. And then I'm going to cut out a rectangle. And then I'm going to lay the triangle down on it. And I'm just going to cut around it, I don't know, about a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch bigger than my triangle. My fabric is cut out just a little bit larger than the triangle here. And I had a marker. I swear I had a marker and I was going to trace around the triangle on the fabric so that I didn't waste as much as I just did. But I guess it fell off the table somewhere. I don't know where my marker went. Anyway, when I make my next one, I'm going to trace around it. I hang on to fabric scraps anyway. All right, so now what we are going to do is we're going to use our trusty glue gun. Well, I don't know how trusty it is. It kind of burned me a while back. Well, that's kind of shysty if you ask me. But anyway, the glue gun here, and we're going to put a line of hot glue right here and then fold the fabric over. So I'm just going to put a little bit here. That is not heated up all the way. I had to just squish that pretty hard. Can y'all see this? All right. All right, so just press that down here, and now let's flip it over. And we'll try to get it snug. Try to get it snug. I'm just trying to scooch the cardboard down towards that part that's already been glued. Now lay it down. I don't want to put glue or anything on the front because I didn't want it to ripple and you could see it through the fabric. And I didn't want to use Mod Podge on it either because, you know, Mod Podge and fabric can be kind of tricky. It can kind of soak through your fabric and show on the front side. And I didn't want to have any little spots or anything showing. So that's why I'm using hot glue. All right, press that down. Here in a minute, we're going to trim this excess. Don't worry about that little guy right there. Now we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. We are just totally wrapping the triangle with the fabric. I have to pick this up. Stop it! Alrighty. Press that down. pretty good. So what we're going to do is, you see these little flappy doodles sticking up? Just cut that off. Like that. Just kind of make that a little bit more even. There we go. All right, let me work on this top part. I need to put just a little bit more glue right there. I didn't get enough all the way up to the top. Squish that down. Now let's squish that down. There we go. Now the very, very tip top, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect because we're going to be gluing a pom-pom to it, okay? So just try to get it there the best you can. And then I'm going to put a blob right there and press that down, and then I'm going to trim off that excess. Like I said, we're going to have a pom-pom stick in there. I got strings on me. It's attached. I think that's good. All right. So now let's work on his beard. Now the way that I'm going to do the beard is we're going to take the yarn and we're going to have yarn barf. Yarn barf. Look at that. Well, that just threw a wrench in my plan. Why do y'all want to do this to me? Take a piece of cardboard and let's hold it here and see about how long you want the beard. Of course, you know, you can trim it off if you have too much. But I'm going to cut my yarn this length, okay? So I'm just going to take this yarn and I'm just going to wrap it around and around and around. Now, how many times you wrap it? I don't know. Depends on how big you're making your ornament. Whoopsie. Depends on how big you're making your ornament as to how much of the beard that you're going to have to make. So for me, I'm just going to wrap it a bunch of times, and then, you know, if I don't have enough, I can always wrap it again. Just cut it like that. I'm trying to hold it in place and come back and trim it again. And now we have a bunch of little strands. So let's see, where did it go? He's trying to run away already. So now you're going to take your little triangle here and put it with the pretty side down, because now we're going to start gluing on the beard. Now you can glue this on one strand at a time if you want to, or you can just take it. This might be a little too short to do this with. It would work easier and better if I had cut this longer. This is going to be a little bit difficult. But you know, you can make little bundles like that. Just tie a handful together and then just glue the bundles across. I'm going to start gluing mine right in the center. Just glue that knot down right there. And then I'm just going to continue doing that with the rest of this yarn until I have enough pieces to cover the whole bottom here. So let me work on that and I'll be right back. So his little beard is on. Now you can leave your yarn like this if you want to. You can brush it out. You can use a cat brush. You know, like those really fine wired cat brushes. Those work really well with yarn. It'll make it big and fuzzy, or you can just take the strands, the individual strands of the yarn apart, and that'll make it fuller and have a bunch of little waves, or you can just leave it like that. So now for the nose, you're going to need a wooden bead, and I have a few different sizes. Oh, I think that'll be okay. A few different sizes here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue it directly to the yarn. I don't want it up here. I'm going to put it right down here on the yarn so it looks like it's peeking out from underneath his hat. And let's see. I'm just going to put a blob right there. Spin this around. Okie doke. Put that there. There we go. Now he has a nose. Up, stay there. Stay. Sit. Okay. I don't want that to roll around. I'm going to have to move you, dude. Oh, no. You're going to just sit right there. Sit right there. Okay. While that glue is hardening up, let's talk about this trim. Like I said, this came from Joann's. It is from Simplicity. I love Simplicity. When I was first learning to sew, when I was tiny, I was taught using Simplicity patterns, so they have a soft spot for me. But anyway, this trim here, they did have this kind of trim in black. Why didn't I get black? Because I wanted to have more of a contrast. I didn't want all this to be dark and then boom, you know, like a lighter colored beard. So I'm going to take some of this and I'm just going to glue it right across there. To cut the camera, I had to sneeze. Okay, so let's take this and let's see about how far up I want it to go. I think right about there is good. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to trim off just a few of these pom-poms. I think I'm just going to trim off 2 because I'm going to wrap. Would you stop? I'm going to wrap the actual trim like around the back of it. And I don't want the pom-poms on the back because when you go to put the backing on, if you want to put a backing on it, then the pom-poms are going to be holding everything up. That'll be good. And then let's cut these 2 off. I think that'll be fine. Might save those. I could glue them on something else. I swear the stuff that I hang on to, you know? All right. Let's see. Which way do I want to be facing? This way. Just going to put that here and take a look. Okay. I'm just going to hold that there. And then I'm just going to put some hot glue there and then stick that down. There we go. I did have a popsicle stick that I was going to use for this. Put a little bit more glue there. Now, if you don't have fabric, you can use scrapbooking paper, of course. For this part here. Not for the trim. That might not look too good. But if you just have some scrapbook of paper, if you have some of that, you know, that looks good, or cardstock, even cardstock. Oh, that's up too high. Bring it down. There we go. There we go, little guy. All right, so I think the big pom-pom will be cute. Like I said, I got a few different packages. I got these bigger ones, and then I got some smaller ones. So let's fluff it up. All right, and now we need something for the hanger. You can use whatever you like for the hanger. You can use a piece of wire. You can use a piece of ribbon. You can use a piece of twine. I got this gift trim from Walmart, and I think I might just use, a piece of it, if I could find the end. I think it's right there. Nope, it's not. I remember I did this with the other package, because it's like it was almost impossible to find the, whoops, there it is. I'll just roll this back up. Anyway, I'm just going to cut a piece of this, and then I will glue it to the back of the triangle up at the top. That looks good. Let's flip him over right quick, because all of this is going to be hidden, okay? Don't worry about that. So I'm just going to put this here and tap it down and let that glue set up, and then we're going to put on the pom-pom and talk about the backing. So the glue has set up on here, and now I think I'm going to wait on the pom-pom. Let's glue the backing on, because you know, you don't want to see all this mess. This is just a piece of felt, and I cut it a little bit smaller than the triangle, and now I am just going to, oh, stop. I'm just going to glue it down, if my glue gun will work with me. It's like, well, I said I was going to, and the glue gun says, no, you're not. All right. Let's stick that down there and just press it down. See? And that covers up all of the back. Okay. Oh, move it up. I'm working out of frame here. All right. So I just glued that down, and let's flip it over. Where'd it go? The pom-pom. I'm going to put one once I get the glue strings off. We put a pom-pom up top. Yeah, there's a little flat spot right there. I think I'll glue it right there. And then this will be done like little gnome Santas. So there he is. How cute is that? So for his beard, I think what I want to do, I'm not going to separate all of the pieces of yarn, but I might go and separate a few just to give it, you know, some more, I want to say texture depth, I guess you could say. See, just like that, you can kind of unravel it just a little bit and then just grab them and split them. So I think I might do that to a few of them, and then that'll be that. But for the most part, this little guy is done. And I think he's kind of adorable. So if you would, please give this video a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media, the links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time. Bye!